Right now at 6, record-breaking campaign spending in the race for Wisconsin's Supreme Court.
And La Crescent receives a very fitting title, 7 years in a row.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We are less than 1 week away from Wisconsin's spring election, and as the race for Supreme Court heats up, so does the spending.
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget is here with a closer look.
I spoke with people in downtown La Crosse today about the election. Many say they're sick of donors from outside of the state pouring money into the campaigns. But a political expert tells me it's becoming the new normal.
Crawford will put her political agenda ahead of your constitutional rights.
Brad Schimmel wants to make sure women don't have the right to make their own health care decisions.
As we get closer to Election Day, it's harder and harder to escape the ads.
I don't like them. I think they're terrible.
It's thanks in part to campaign spending reaching new heights. In the 2023 state Supreme Court race, spending hit a record $56 million. But this election has already shattered that with $81 million.
It's quite unbelievable the amount of money, just the sheer number of dollars that are being spent.
A large chunk of that money is coming from donors who live outside Wisconsin.
Billionaires like Elon Musk, like putting their hands in the election, no.
Democrats started pouring a lot of money in. Now the Republicans try to match that.
So why all this money, and why should voters care?
The outcome of this race is going to determine the ideological composition of the Supreme Court.
That could be the deciding factor in the future of abortion rights, workers' rights, and even the future of partisan politics in the state.
The court is expected to hear various cases on elections and redistricting.
But that majority could be short-lived. There's another state Supreme Court election next year. In fact, there will be one every year for the next 5 years.
Candidates need to be strategic about their resignations and do what they can to not push voters to a tipping point where they demobilize.
In terms of spending, LaPlante says after these record highs, state Supreme Court campaigns have no reason to go back.
Buckle up and prepare for this to just continue. It's going to get more emotional and more expensive.
There's also been high levels of early voting this year, with more than 7,500 absentee ballots already returned in La Crosse County. In the studio, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now.
Allison, thank you.
A judge has ruled that former Minnesota State Senator Justin Eichhorn is not a community risk and can be released to a halfway house pending trial. Eichhorn was arrested in Bloomington on March 17th after attempting to meet an undercover officer posing as a 17-year-old girl. He faces a felony charge of soliciting a minor for prostitution. He is also accused of attempting to obstruct the investigation by having his wife retrieve evidence from his apartment. A special election will be held on April 29th to fill Eichhorn's seat in the state Senate.
A new Richmond man pleading not guilty to first-degree intentional homicide today. 70-year-old Gordon Laxo is accused of killing his wife and hiding her body in rural Polk County. A status conference is set for April 16th.
A News 8 Now follow-up. A former federal employee in northern Wisconsin has her job back. We spoke to Haley Manitowski last month after she was fired. She worked for the U.S. Forest Service in Ashland. On Facebook today, Haley revealed that she has her job back. 2 weeks ago, a U.S. district judge ordered the White House to reinstate over 16,000 employees fired. The reason, the firings were likely unlawful.
Tomah has a new police chief. It is Assistant Police Chief Eric Pedersen. The Tomah High grad was an MP in the U.S. Army before joining the police department in 2005. He is replacing outgoing Chief Scott Holm. Pedersen takes on his new role April 19th.
The city of La Crosse wants to help homeowners. It's offering up paint and fix-up grants. You can get up to $1,000 towards home improvement things like paint and stain. The money is given out on a first-come, first-served basis. To see if you qualify, go to cityoflacrosse.org/paint-fix-up.
La Crescent is officially a tree city. For the 7th time, the city has received the designation of Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation. This is given to communities that show a commitment to plant, grow, and maintain trees. To qualify, a city has to maintain a tree board or department, have a community tree ordinance, and spend $2 per capita on forestry.
Just so many benefits that trees provide to a community
It's a great thing for a city to be able to participate in and help benefit a community.
La Crescent Celebration is April 25th in Old Hickory Park.
Overall, not a bad day as we approach the end of March. In fact, our temperatures now average is about 50 for La Crosse, so we were above that today, and we're going to continue to climb, but we do have a little bit of rain chance for tonight, maybe Thursday night, and then obviously the weekend gets a little bit more messy and colder. But for the highs today, mid-50s for a lot of areas, low 50s further to the north. All in all, pretty nice conditions too. We are tracking a little bit of light rain ahead of a cold front. That cold front won't actually get here, but ahead of that, there's a little weak disturbance that is providing some precipitation, mainly to western Minnesota, now central Minnesota. It will take some time for it to get here and actually hit the ground, but it is going to be approaching here later on this evening. Probably not till about 9 or 10. You'll start to see some of that activity reach the western viewers, and then as we go throughout the night, it'll begin to expand east of the river. Probably not until about 1 to 2. This will linger through the morning commute, but it's just going to be light rain, just probably enough to wet most of the ground or the pavement. Otherwise, temperatures we should kind of get down to the 40s in some areas, 30s probably for further north. But tomorrow's highs, once the clouds kind of move out in the morning, we'll see more 60s to the south and maybe some mid-50s, so another couple degrees warmer. So later on, we'll kind of break down the messy weather coming into the weekend. Who's going to see the 70s, maybe even a few 80s potentially on Friday too.
Wow, lots to break down. Thanks, Greg. Well, a march took over parts of UW-La Crosse today.
The Women for Women rally put a spotlight on campus safety and more. News 8 Now's Grace Monk was there.
UWL students are speaking up for women's rights and safety on campus.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
The rally focused on protecting equality in UWL's Race, Gender, and Sexuality department.
Everyone here is very focused on just like love. There's no room for hate at this campus.
As well as keeping women safe from sexual violence.
With the depletion of the Department of Education, or the proposed depletion, that comes with also getting rid of Title IX, which protects women on campus who have been assaulted or harassed.
In February, 2 UWL students were charged with sexually assaulting women on campus.
I think a lot of people feel unsafe on campus right now. I think especially with underclassmen and even upperclassmen, just knowing that you're in the same dorm as some type of the behaviors that is happening is extremely uncomfortable.
Organizers hope the school will continue to protect women that live both on and off campus.
UW-Eau Claire has selected its new interim chancellor. Current interim provost Michael Carney will step into the role after Chancellor Jim Schmidt's departure. Schmidt is leaving to become president of James Madison University in Virginia. Carney joined UWEC as a chemistry professor back in 2000. He'll officially take over that interim chancellor role July 1st.
Jersey Mike's is helping out the Special Olympics. 100% of today's sales will go directly towards helping local athletes. 47 restaurant locations in Wisconsin are participating, and some of the athletes even got to work to help raise money for the event.
It lets me come out in the community like I'm here now at Jersey Mike's to help support our athletes, local athletes, and the Wisconsin athletes, to donate, raise money for us athletes to keep going with our sports and our activities that we do.
Jersey Mike's in Onalaska is open until 9 p.m.
Coming up, a game changer for Brewers fans.
How facial recognition is helping ease those long entry lines.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
This season at American Family Field, Brewers fans are encouraged to put their game face on, not only in the seats, but when they try a new way to scan their tickets.
CBS's Catherine Merck explains the technology you can use before the players take the field.
This year at American Family Field, there's a new way you can enter the ballpark. After you make your way through security, you'll head to a designated go-ahead entry lane where facial recognition will be able to help you walk right past the check-in point. You won't even have to pull out your phone.
We thought this was an opportunity to create a magical ballpark entry experience.
It's called Go Ahead Entry. All it takes to get started, you'll download the latest version of the MLB Ballpark app. The tab you'll look for is called Go Ahead Entry. You'll take a selfie and get approved to use it as your way inside.
It's completely seamless. You walk through, your ticket is validated by your facial authentication.
MLB leaders say 95% of fans attend games as a group, and 2/3 of those groups are families. There's no limit on how many people can make their way through, so the whole crew will be able to watch the Brew Crew.
It's designed for fans who want an easier, faster, frictionless way to enter the ballpark.
Go Ahead Entry is expanding to 9 MLB ballparks this season. The first game here is on Monday.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Oh, that was good together, wasn't it? Wet and colder for this weekend. We definitely have showers, rain, even a wintry mix. We'll break it all down, including we're going to hit 70 on Friday. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
There's a lot of factors to consider deciding on the right vacuum. If you need a lightweight addition to your home to help in high-trafficked areas, then a cordless stick vac might be the option for you. Stop into A1 Vacuum Sales and Service to learn more.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us Days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us Days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in.
Trade it in.
The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in.
Trade it in.
If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
Trade it in.
At King's Trade In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade In Sale.
Trade it in.
There's a lot of factors to consider deciding on the right vacuum. If your space is mostly large areas and multiple surfaces, then an upright vacuum might be suited for your needs. Stop into A1 Vacuum Sales and Service to learn more.
Well, we are going to warm up to 70s, even mid-70s. A few areas might hit 80 on Friday. Unfortunately, the pattern's going to change. Kind of like last weekend, we're going to have a wet, messy, wintry type weekend. But for tonight, we still have a little bit of light rain to deal with. Not a lot, enough probably to wet the pavement as it comes through. Some areas may get up to a 1/10. It's not probably until about 10 that you're going to start seeing it approach at least western areas towards the Mississippi River. Overnight, then, we'll start seeing this kind of begin to push further east. Still isolated, scattered light rain. Even Eau Claire may see a little bit for a short time, maybe like 1 to 3 in the morning. And then towards the morning commute, just little areas of light rain or sprinkles. Once again, will not be a huge impact, but you might see that out there for the morning commute. It will then push southeast of the area by 7 or 8. All the precipitation pretty much is done with then, and less clouds as we go towards the afternoon for most areas, as we'll get those temperatures back up to the 60s for most areas, mid to upper 50s to the north, so another couple degrees warmer than we were for today, so that's even better news. Friday, we do have a little bit of shower or thunderstorm chance going into the morning. A warm front will be coming north, and then this warm front's going to kind of stall out somewhere north of I-94, and that's why you see this big temperature contrast between almost 80 to the south to barely hitting 50 up into Ladysmith. So that boundary will sit in there. And chances for precipitation really on Friday are kind of confined really to the north. I think most areas will stay dry even through Friday night. The chance still is not that great. Now going into Saturday, that front kind of sinks south. It gets colder. The wind's out of the northeast. And you can see those temperatures up there, 43 for Ladysmith. So we're going to start seeing that mixed precipitation potentially in the afternoon, evening for those areas. Otherwise to the 60s south. So still fairly mild for this time of year for most areas on Saturday, and it's probably going to be a lull kind of in the precipitation really. Breaking that down, Friday night to Saturday a.m., there's some showers as I mentioned, but I think that's more confined to northern areas given where that front is, so it's not an all-night rain. And Saturday morning actually might be dry for most areas, but then afternoon and evening, really the rain becomes more steady or light rain as the system begins to really deepen. The wintry mix starts kind of going into effect north of I-94 probably in the late afternoon, evening. That could be an ice snow accumulation up there going into Saturday night. And then Sunday through Sunday night, that's when the changeover starts occurring slowly as we go further south. I think south of I-90 won't be until Sunday night. Accumulating snow, less as you go further south, a little bit more north. And the road conditions, I think it'll be Sunday night into Monday morning is what most areas might see a little bit of an issue here. Now for snow amounts, really most of it's going to stay towards the northeast, towards the UP, but we might see a little bit here, 1 to 2. This would be more probably Sunday night for areas, maybe a little bit towards I-90, could be maybe a ½ inch to an inch. Once again, this will be Sunday night, probably time frame for I-90 south. Then as we go to the ice potential, and this includes freezing rain, sleet, and ice pellets all combined. Really, it's Rusk County, a little bit of opportunity there to see some of this. This would be more Saturday into Saturday night, even to early Sunday. Bigger threat as you go further north, so they could see a combination of ice pellets, sleet, freezing rain, and even snow up in those areas. So keep an idea, a forecast if you have plans to go on up this direction. We'll keep an update to see if this does sink any further south, but it is going to be kind of a wintry mess up there. It is going to be colder as we go to Sunday into Monday, back to the mid-40s. We should be in the low 50s by that point, and it's going to be dry, but kind of a cold start to the new week, and then we'll start kind of climbing back up with more rain chances coming Wednesday and Thursday. So enjoy the temperatures for the most area through Friday, because unfortunately the weekend is not looking that pretty.
No, not at all.
Nope.
All right, thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, 1 day away. Teams across Major League Baseball begin their season tomorrow, including the Brewers and Twins. What to expect from Game 1 of 162. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Brad Schimmel is lying about Susan Crawford's views on protecting kids, just like he lied about rape kits and let child molesters off easy, even blaming child victims. The truth, Susan Crawford is a former prosecutor, a common-sense judge, and a mom. And unlike Schimmel, she's always protected our kids. at school, and everywhere else.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford, and I'll always follow the law and use common sense to decide what's right and what's wrong.
Tax refund season is here, and Wesco on Sparta is making it more fun than ever. Dreaming of a brand new sectional or that comfy bed you've been eyeing? Now's the time to treat yourself. Save 20% all month long on furniture and bedding, just in time to make your home the talk of the group chat. Have fun with your tax refund and make your space shine with Wesco and Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, if you want a relaxing experience, get a massage at the airport. What a treat. The guy's like, all right, just breathe. Flight 403 to JFK! Leaving now, let's go! Just breathe. Gate 24, missing child! You're in the rainforest.
Live on tour, Nick Swartzen, Toilet Head, Friday, May 2nd at Ho Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss Nick Swartzen.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, tomorrow marks the start of the Major League Baseball season for the Brewers. The first time since 1979 that the Crew will be opening up their season against the New York Yankees. Spring training wrapped up yesterday, and all systems are a go for Game 1 of 162 for Milwaukee. New York coming off, of course, that World Series loss to the Dodgers in 5 games, while the Brewers' season ended at the hands of the New York Mets in the wild card round. Tomorrow's starting pitching matchup is Freddie Peralta against Carlos Rodon. Still no full confirmed list of the opening day roster for Milwaukee, but it's reported that 26-year-old hurler Chad Patrick has made the opening day roster. Brewers beat writer Adam McCalvey said Patrick was about to drive home to Indiana to repack for AAA Nashville, but the team had other plans and he will be on the opening day roster. The righty was the pitcher of the year last year in AAA. Meanwhile, down in St. Louis, the Twins are getting ready for their opening day matchup against the Cardinals. It's the 3rd straight season Minnesota is beginning the season on the road. Tomorrow's matchup will feature a couple of aces who struggled in spring training, Pablo Lopez for the Twins and Sonny Gray for the Redbirds. No Royce Lewis to start the year for Minnesota as he's still nursing a moderate hamstring strain. First pitch from that one is set for 3:15. And some NFL free agency news specifically on the quarterback side of things. Former Badger Russell Wilson will be on his 4th team in 5 seasons, as sources say he's agreed to a deal with the Giants. Now, the deal is reported for 1 year up to $21 million, and the 10-time Pro Bowler had reportedly been in discussions with the Browns and Steelers, but is deciding to go to East Rutherford, where he's projected to be the starting quarterback. So back to baseball, guys. Here are a few of the new items for the Brewer fans to expect. The concession stands this summer. Chicken cordon bleu right there, and now that is the bases loaded potato dog.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Coming up next is the smokin' Gouda burger.
Oh, my Lord.
That looks very good.
Yeah.
That looks very good. And then last but not least, the enchilada dog. I'm curious if any of these are really piquing you guys' interest or not.
I don't have a limited palate. I'd eat all of them at the same time.
These are really good.
Yeah.
These look really good. So I don't think you can go wrong on any of them. But that burger looks really good.
Yeah,
Something to
salivating
look
over
forward
here.
to, for sure.
I assume that's like the main floor on the concourse at AmFam
Yeah, and there's a bunch of different sections as well where you can find different ones, and there's a big list online as well. So
yeah, there's a couple sections with like Milwaukee-specific restaurants that have their
Okay.
own kiosks in there too. So
Okay, nice.
looping in the city when you go to a Brewers game.
Go hungry, right?
Enchilada dog even has a corn tortilla inside of the bun as well. So
would you try that?
I think I would try that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, field trip. We're all going. We're trying all of it.
Just
I'm
to
convinced.
eat.
I'm convinced.
All right, Greg has the final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
At Vernon Memorial Healthcare, we believe in your birth, your way. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, we provide continuous support, respect your birth plan, and ensure a smooth transition from pregnancy to parenthood. With expert lactation consultants and a comforting home-like environment, we're here for you before, during, and after delivery. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where your journey is in caring hands.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
All right, we'll have a little bit of light rain probably later tonight. Mainly, most of that will probably be south of I-94 and just light amounts, maybe 1/10 of an inch, a little bit more than just to wet the roads. But otherwise, milder overnight for most areas. We're going to get up to the 60s or 50s, depending on location. Areas could be 70 to 80, but that depends on where you're at Friday. And then it goes a wet and messy weekend, and that means wintry type conditions are coming back and much colder for Sunday. If you have plans for Rusk County in those areas, definitely stay tuned to the forecast. It gets a little more trickier up there.
That's okay. You can watch basketball and do spring cleaning on those days.
There you go.
Right?
We just planned your weekend for you.
There you go. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
Hope to see you at 10.